Married life feels 1000% different than when we were dating.
Did you go to therapy with her?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
So you actually addressed it.
I swear, any woman who has been divorced, in that year, you know.
Married life feels 1000% different than when we were dating. Did you go to therapy with her? Yeah, okay, that's good, right? So you actually addressed it. I swear, any woman who has been divorced in that year, you know you have red flags. Hey folks, as disagreements about funds continue to intensify the divorce proceedings between Jeannie Mai, a television personality, and Jeezy, a rapper, take an unexpected turn. A normal breakup that started out as a difficult legal struggle has now spiraled into a messy court dispute, emphasizing the challenges of splitting assets and sparking public fascination with the personal lives of these high-profile individuals. He was going through things in marriage ended in divorce, and it was kind of hard. Jeannie Mai and Jeezy, a hip-hop sensation, are further complicating their divorce. The situation is becoming more and more problematic. Immediately after Jeannie's relocation of her family into the rapper residence, the two went their own way, leaving Jeezy with the impression that he had lost responsibility for his life. Now Jeezy is attempting to break the marriage, and he is doing so by using the prenuptial agreement that the pair had before they were married. Married life feels 1000% different than when we were dating. This arrangement guarantees that Jeannie will get a little, if any at all, of the riches that her ex-spouse has. It is impossible to contain Jeannie's rage. We have additional court papers that indicate Jeannie's appeal to a judge to deny her strange husband Jeezy's desire to keep their current divorce proceedings quiet. All of these documents were obtained by us in order to protect the confidentiality of the family. Jeezy made a motion to the court that the divorce procedures be considered confidential. At first glance, it would seem that the host of the discussion show is vehemently opposed to Jeezy's desire to close the record. Speculations have been going about regarding the possible relationship of Jai with Mario Lopez, who is a well-known television personality. On the other hand, it is essential to point out that Jay is doing well, as stated by individuals who are really close to her. It's about picking up the pieces. It's about discovering me and being a mom to the best blessing in my life, my little girl. In the most recent motion that she submitted, Jeannie Mai said that she intends to continue to handle her divorce proceedings in a manner that is both courteous and helpful. Despite the fact that she did not provide any precise specifics, she stressed her wish for a peaceful outcome. She made the observation, ever since these proceedings began, there has been a surge in media attention, which was to be expected, considering the party's fame. Mai expressed her concern the timing of Jeezy's motion to seal 6 months into the proceedings raises suspicions about his intentions to restrict the public's access to the case. On the other hand, Mai makes a compelling argument that the sealing of the court documents at this time is both improper and unneeded when it comes to maintaining justice, impartiality, and accountability in the legal process. The attorney vehemently argued that the public's access to the court is something that is very necessary. It was seen that Jeannie is planning to ask for a large fee in order to guarantee secrecy. A source disclosed to Entertainment Tonight that the couple had competing family values and expectations, which resulted in a lack of fulfillment for both sides. This information was shared in reference to their history and the many causes that led to their divorce. During an episode of the show, Jeannie provided some insights into their family life, despite the fact that the specific reasons for their separation are still unclear. As far as Jeannie's concerned, Ma made an unannounced visit to the town prior to the delivery in question. However, Jeezy was unable to locate G, so he went to the airport to pick up Mama Mai. A little while later, Jeannie got a phone call from Jeezy, inquiring about how she was uncertain about the length of time that her mama would be staying. In various Asian cultures, it is culturally acceptable to anticipate that members of the family will remain for as long as they so choose. It is possible that she should have sought the counsel of people of African heritage before marrying that guy. This made a fan comment on their relationship, saying it seems that Jay and Jai really didn't know each other at all. Jay saw that Jeezy was not used to having someone in the home when he was attempting to rest, so she was surprised to see him. She had to discuss it with her mother, and she made sure that Jeezy addressed Mama in his capacity as the head of the household. While Jenny was recounting the event, she considered it hilarious, but Jeezy did not seem to think it funny at all. The transition from a life that is quiet and isolated to one in which unexpected strangers invade your personal space may be a difficult one to make, even though they were making an attempt to educate themselves about each other's cultures. It was becoming more challenging for them. Another issue that may have contributed to the dissolution of their marriage was the fact that Jai admitted that, like many other members of her family, she had a tendency to lose her temper easily with others. Having said that, she came to the realization that Jeezy's unfavorable reaction was often triggered by her wrath. It was because of this that she was able to examine her actions and make a deliberate choice to alter them if she wanted to keep her connection with Jeezy and break away from her past patterns. She realized that she needed to confront her anger. She also knew that she needed to break free from her old habits. Although it was not something that Jeezy specifically requested of her, she was aware of the significance of working on her own personal development. Jai acknowledged that continuing to act on her impulses and staying within her comfort zone would only lead to losing the person she loved. To stay in this place where I lose this person I love, and I stay in my comfort zone of doing what I want to do and function the way I have for the last 40 years. When nobody else had to stop me, she understood that no one else could change her but herself. And this realization has proven to be beneficial for her. There was something far more significant going on here, and it was something that I wanted to keep in mind. There is no doubt that Jeezy had a really difficult upbringing. Furthermore, the subconscious mind has a way of retaining these memories, despite the fact that Jeezy asserts that he is unaffected by the situation. According to a piece of writing that was published in the field of psychology, being subjected to verbal abuse as a kid might have repercussions that endure into adulthood. It has the potential to result in increased sensitivity, as well as self-criticism, as a result of Jenny's public declaration that Jeezy would become emotionally distant unless she engaged with him in a certain manner. It seems that this is something that Jeezy has also suffered with. Thankfully, Jeezy has taken the effort to confront that. He also tried a therapy session along with Jenny to address the challenges, but looks like fate had something different in store for them. Did you go to therapy with her? Yeah, okay. That's good, right? So you actually addressed it. He disclosed this information during an interview that took place on Drink Champs in October 2022. He said that he is currently focusing on developing self-love and finding recognition inside himself. The reputation that Jeezy has for being a private person is well known to those who are acquainted with his work. He has a tendency to keep his private life out of the public eye, and the only way he gives any indications about it is via the use of coded signals in his songs. And in his most recent book, this stands in stark contrast to Jay, who has a propensity to be very transparent about every facet of her life in front of a camera. She regularly produced videos on YouTube in which she provided viewers with updates on Monaco's progress and discussed the challenges she faced with her family. In addition, they often spent time apart, with Johnny probably anticipating that Jeezy would be more engaged. While Jeezy wanted to perform for his followers, on the other hand, there are some people who feel that their marriage can be preserved, and Johnny is determined to fight for it despite the difficulties that they are facing. But after this new broke, I don't really think they can be together again. It's obvious that she was utterly heartbroken when Jeezy stopped their relationship. It was clear that she had a profound affection for him and a great desire to make amends, despite the fact that her parents had divorced, which is in Vietnamese society often seen as a failure and a cause of shame. She had the faith that things would be resolved. Do you feel Jeezy was hasty in his decision to file for divorce just 2 years after the couple had tied the knot? Some believe so, but it's possible that their differences were too significant to find common ground. A lot of fans on social media Judge them for their decision by saying, didn't they know they had different family values before getting married? Well, they have a point, though. Another user made a remark saying opposites don't work out too often. It's better to be with someone from a similar background. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think this money drama will end soon or not? Please let us know your views in the comments below.